Hello. About this time last year, I went down to London to the NCH extravaganza. Very grand word for it. NCH is the National Council for Hypnotherapy, which is the governing board of hypnotherapists. And so I went down to, it's a one-day event, various different speakers, and I had a chance to take my book, which was my last book, Nothing Needs to Be the Way It's Always Been, and have a table there. It was a bit of a hard sell, really, because how do you sum up in a couple of minute conversation with somebody what the book's about? And so it didn't sell very many, but it was a good opportunity. What I did do is get a chance to talk to Dr. David Hamilton, who has written a whole series of books, starting with How Your Mind Can Heal Your Body. And he's very much inspired me because he was a pharmaceutical scientist, and he did a talk actually at the event. And he was a pharmaceutical scientist, and while his colleagues were celebrating that a medicine had been accepted to market, he was questioning how come so many people got better on a placebo. And I think it's something like there only needs to be something like a 5% difference between the performance of a medicine and the performance of the placebo for the medicine to be accepted. So, for example, 45% of people could have got better on the medicine, and 40% of people could have got better on the placebo, and the medicine would be accepted. And so while his colleagues were celebrating, he was going, hang on a second, 40% of the people got better on chalk, sugar paste, water, which is basically what the placebo tablets are. How does that work? And he kind of quit what he did and he went to look at how the mind-body connection works. And his stuff, because he's a scientist, has so much science behind it, it's just absolutely brilliant. So I knew he was talking, and I also knew he had a table with his books on. So the problem with David Hamilton is he's a very engaging guy and he has groupies. So getting close to him is quite a challenge. But when everybody went into the AGM, I managed to have a chat with him. And during that chat, I explained my theory of the Caveman Rules. And he said, you should write that as a book. It'd be snapped up. And I said, oh, I was going to do a TED talk, and then from the TED talk, there would be demand for the book, and then get the book out. He says, no, you should just go for it. And I went, all right, yeah, fair point. I should just go for it. So I went back in February last year, came home and wrote the book. And by June, I had a publisher. And on February the 27th, the Caveman Rules of Survival is released to the public on wide-scale distribution. It'll be in shops, it'll be everywhere, and anybody can buy it. And that's pretty cool, really, when you think about it. It's, you look at what has happened over the last year or so. The thing that got me thinking about this was I've just reached 500 likes on my Facebook page, which is kind of cool. And I've only had it for about a year and a half. So I'm really happy with how things are progressing. And I remind myself of these things in quiet times because I'm sowing the seeds for things that will build my future right now. And they don't always, it never is a one-to-one relationship. You don't do one activity and get directly clients out of it, but what you do get is reputation, and people talk about it, and I know people enjoy reading the book and get a lot out of reading the book. So I'm trying to work out, and maybe you can help me with ideas on this, I'm trying to work out on the 27th of February when the book is actually out, although those you who's pre-ordered it will get your copies, what can I do? How do I celebrate a book being launched? I mean, obviously I'll have a glass of champers and go woo, but it's, I feel like I should do something. And I think it might be a bit much to try and get a Waterstones book launch on that day kind of thing, but I feel like I should do something, and I don't know what it is. So anybody got any ideas, feel free to share them. If you haven't popped along to my Facebook page, which is Think Change Become on the URL, or if you search Think It Change It, you'll find it. There is competition, second post on the page at the moment. And obviously, if you're watching this any time other than the 8th of February, you will not see this. There's a competition to win a copy of my book. So you need to either like it or comment it or share on it or do all three, and you'll be entered into the competition. So go ahead and do that right now. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Okay, bye.